Bitcoin is changing very rapidly, guys, but is this also good for Bitcoin? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys, wherever you are in this beautiful world, whenever you're watching this video. Welcome to the Bitcoin family channel. For the newcomers, my name is Didi. In today's video, I'm going to start with saying happy birthday to my oldest daughter, Jolie, turning 20 years old today. That's why the happy birthday thing is over there, guys. 2 news items, 4 amazing charts, short but powerful, inspirational quote, keeping it short but powerful as I have a birthday day. But let's quickly jump into that news first now. Bam! What do I mean with Bitcoin is changing very rapidly, guys? I mean that Bitcoin is changing from that freedom tool for the people, by the people, into an institutional investment tool to protect their capital against inflation and all kinds of black swan events. So yes, institutional investors are slowly taking it over from the normal people that should be understanding Bitcoin. I have made multiple videos about this already for years, guys, but I don't seem to get through your heads or through to the heads of all the people that are new to my channel. You should be the ones that should be buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a tool that's created by the people, for the people, to create a freedom and economy, but also the freedom and lifestyle, guys. And that is why we grabbed Bitcoins fully and we went all in as a family, because we understood the core values of Bitcoin. Now, the problem we have nowadays is that the institutional investors start to understand Bitcoin way faster than the normal people are, and by that taking over. Just a couple of examples for the last week, guys. A Vietnamese food giant, I think it's called Very Nice Food or something. They raised $1 billion to buy Bitcoin now. The $4 trillion JP Morgan, they just announced that they are going to allow their clients to use Bitcoin as a collateral for finances. So to get a loan, they can use Bitcoin as a collateral. To buy a house, they can use Bitcoin as a collateral. So that's a $4 trillion, a massive bank, now announcing as well, hey guys, if you do it through us, very centralized, yeah, you can use your Bitcoins. We hold your Bitcoins, so not your Bitcoins anymore, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. They are then in control of the bank, but you can get some dollar as a loan. So they are kind of buying Bitcoin through giving you loans. That is exchanging dollars, shitcoin dollars that are inflationary for Bitcoins. And people are giving up their Bitcoins now to the banks to get some US dollars. That is like inflation. Why would you get dollars instead of Bitcoins? But again, a centralized huge entity taking away the Bitcoins out of the hands of the normal people into the hands of the banks. And I can continue this list for ages, guys. You all know there's a shitload of centralized entities like BlackRock, like MicroStrategy, like Tesla, like governments, like other pension funds. All of them collectively are buying a shitload of Bitcoin, and the normal retail investors, the normal people are not stepping in yet. That's why we didn't see a banana curve, but we see a slow growth. But we're going to talk about this more in the next upcoming charts to show you exactly why this bull market is a little bit different and what does it mean for the bull market top, guys. Let's quickly jump into those charts now, guys. Bam! The first chart for today, guys, the 4-hour chart, like you're used from me. That 4-hour chart, beautiful green support line, like you can see over there. We're keeping support, we're wicking to it every time. But it's an area of support, so maybe we can make this square a little bit like this, a little bit smaller now, and move in this one a little bit before we break out again and try to reach 117,000. Why 117,000? I will show you in a couple of minutes. Of course, my target is 120K, but 170K is also a very important target on the short term, but I will come back to that a little bit later. The Gaussian channel looking amazing. It's a 5-day chart, so every candle is 5 days. Look, when we were in this channel, I told you guys we need to break out, and if we break out, that will exactly that bottom over there, that midline that I told you at that moment, we will go above that Gaussian channel again, where we are. Now, the thing that I wanted to talk about today is that, is there a possibility that this is the bull market top? Like, in my honest opinion, there is no possibility. In my honest opinion, the bull market top will be towards the end of this year. But, of course, everything is possible in life. If we go back to the previous bull market top, let me see, we went above that Gaussian channel over there, here I'm drawing, so we went above it, we came into it to the midline, we came above it again, and then we came back. When we entered the Gaussian channel then for the second time in the bull market, that was the start of that bear market. Okay? Now, too many lines now. Now, again, we are seeing the same. We are in the bull market. We went above it, we came to the midline. We went above it, we came to the midline. What if this now is the double top that we had in the previous bull market? So what if this top that is being created now is a little bit higher than the previous one, but that is the end? That is what a lot of people expect. And that I would be confirming this if we would go again inside this Gaussian channel. I would really start to be worried about the bull market. As long as we stay high above this one, above the 94K level, I'm very positive the bull market still continues. If we get sucked into this one, to the midline over there, to like between 83 and 94, then I would definitely call that as the end of the bull market. But then also the bear market would be really low, guys. It would be like around somewhere in like, let's say 30 to 50K, and I don't believe that. I believe the next bear market bottom will be somewhere around 60K. So we still need to go higher. So for me, the Gaussian channel is amazing to see if we get stuck and what reversal we could expect. This is, in my opinion, at the top. For me, we should blow to 117 to 120K next. On the weekly, we can see also that till now, everything is playing out like I said. This line, I drew this a long time ago, guys. I drew this line a long time ago. Here, over there, this is like February 2025. I said, okay, guys, we are nearing this blue area. And I showed you these two blue lines at that time. I said, we are going to go into this area and we find support on the second line, and then we are going to go move up again. And I made that line over there. I said, we go up, we come down, we go up, we come down, we go up all the way into the top. Now, and at the top would be October. Now, of course, the line is a little bit higher, so we are playing out like this. But look how beautiful we went up, and we're finding support on that green line. From this support on this green line, we need to go and up, move towards the top in the end of this year, October. That is the move I expect. If we break this support line, this green line, we could fall to the second support line, 94K. If we break that, guys, that's going into the Gaussian channel. That's, for me, an indication that this bull market is over. There's a weekly chart. Every candle is a week. This candle is going to close in 3 days. So I don't believe that we're going to do that. I believe this line will become support and we will go higher until the end of this year. Okay? Now, then I have a couple of more charts for you guys that you need to see today, and that are over here. This is the first one. This one is showing you the net inflows and the difference between the cycles. This bottom line here, this is the 2015 to 2018 bull market. At that moment, the maximum realized cap change in Bitcoin was around like 100 million. Okay? Now, the net inflows between 2019 and 22, we were around 400 billion. Sorry, I said million. This is almost 100 billion, sorry, and this is 400 billion. Now, at the moment, we are not at the top yet. We already have almost 600 billion in inflows. So what you can see is, what you need to understand from this chart is, yes, Bitcoin was popular over there in 15 to 18, but it came in a little bit more mainstream retail investor aware over here. The adoption became bigger. By that, more money flowed into the market. Then again, after that bull market top over there in 2021, it became even more known all over the world. Now even the biggest presidents of the world are talking about Bitcoin. So even more money is flowing into the market. So these lines show that the adoption in Bitcoin is growing, and by that also the inflows into the Bitcoin market cap are growing. This is going to end somewhere in 2026, for example, this green line. But then the new line will start again, and that will be again more steep indeed, because more and more people will know about Bitcoin, see that the rich became again richer, that they protected their capital against inflation, and understand then that they also should do this. So that is when the adoption goes massively up and even more billions will flow into Bitcoin, guys. Now, interesting chart, isn't it? Now, then we have this one over here, guys. This chart is showing us that 117,000 US dollar is a very important level at the moment. Why? Because at 117,000 US dollar, if we reach that, almost $9 billion will be liquidated. So if the Bitcoin price would go up to 117,000 US dollar, almost $9 billion in liquidations will happen. And I think that's very important to understand, because look, this is the cumulative amount of liquidations happening if we reach these prices. Even 110K, guys, is already $7 billion liquidations. So if we go back to 110K, a lot of people will be liquidated. Also, if we drop, a lot of people will be liquidated, but that's less. We are talking about 400 million here. Here we're talking about billions. So yes, for me, the normal thing that would happen in this market is liquidate all these people over there by going up to a higher price than 111,000 again, maybe even to 117,000, and liquidate a shitload of people. That's just how the market moves. This chart is showing you that yes, we will again also have a bear market. People are telling me now, Didi, but this time is different. We will never have a bear market ever again. And I'm like, fuck off. We will have a bear market. Every 4-year cycle, we have a bear market. This is the biggest drawdown in 2012, 90%. This one in 2015-16, 80%. This one in 2019, on the top of the drawdown, was 85%. Over here, it was 75% in 2022-3, guys. So yes, I do believe this is bull market area. And I do believe we can go even higher with the Bitcoin price, but I also believe that in 2026 and 7, we will have another drawdown. And that drawdown will not be 70 or 80%. I think it will be around 60%. I think the drawdowns are becoming less steep. Look, this one was really big, less, a little bit less big. So 60 to 70% is what I expect. But I do expect it in the year of 2026, 27. So that is what I expect. At the moment, this is bull territory. We will stay in this bull market till the end of this year, guys. That were all the charts for today, guys. Short but powerful. I hope you enjoyed them. Let's now jump into the next part. Use my special link down below here to sign up to Bybit and claim your amazing bonus up to 30,000 US dollar. You will receive $30 for just signing up. Use my link down below and click it now. I hope you really enjoyed those charts. As you could see, billions of dollars will be liquidated if we go to 117,000 US dollar. Normally we hunt for those liquidation levels. Like we went back to 104K to liquidate a lot of longs. Now we want to liquidate the shorts, so we will go up again. And that target is still 120K for me, but like 117, 18 is also beautiful, of course. Now that is the short-term volatility. Long-term, the picture for me is still the same. The top will be 17 months after the halving. That would be the first week of October. But could it also happen in November or December? Yes, definitely that could happen. The bull market is already slower than the other bull markets. So yes, if we don't do the normal structure, like the first bull market top in December in 2017, in November in 2021, which would lead now to October in 2025, yes, because this bull market is different. We had an all-time high before the halving and now a very slow growth curve after the halving. Maybe that will also place the bull market top again back in December. But for me, the top should be normally around October. Long-term target still 160,000 US dollar. I don't see any other reason to call a higher top yet. If that would be the case, I will do so in these videos. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and yes, leave a comment. What do you think about those charts? Now let's quickly jump into the last part. The inspirational quote for today. If you give something attention, it will grow. And that doesn't only have to do with a tree or a plant. It also has to do with your children. The more attention you give to your children, the more they will grow. the less attention you will give them by dropping them in schools, by dropping them in crashes, by dropping them in after school daycare, whatever it all's called, the less attention you give them, the less they will grow. Because they will stabilize in the norm that those centralized schooling systems are built for. To keep them normal, to keep and obey whatever is taught to them that they should be doing or understanding or believing. If you want to create that kind of future for your children, yes, don't pay them attention. Just have sex, pop them out of the pussy, put them in daycare and never watch them again till they leave the house and then say, hey, oh, we did a great job. That's not the kind of attention that will make your kid grow in the way that you expected him or her to grow when you created that beautiful child. So for me, that's an inspirational quote that comes back into everything in life. If you give something attention, it will grow. If you start to water a plant, it will grow. If the universe gives us rain, trees and beautiful nature will grow. If you pay attention to your passion, and maybe that passion is football, your talent will grow. If that passion is trading, your trading skills will grow. If that passion is like being a doctor and having all the skills of a doctor, your skills will grow because you paid attention to that thing that you wanted to grow. But I think the most important thing to pay attention to is your children. Why else did you take them? You didn't take children to have them raised by all strange people that are being paid to raise children in a certain way, that is really old-time way, preparing those children for the past. Why do you think that is giving attention? That's not giving attention. Giving attention to your children is being there each and every step in their lives. Maybe even not bring them to school and really school them yourselves and prepare them for the future instead of for the past. I am very happy we took this step almost 9 years ago now. And 9 years ago we lived this complete different lifestyle. We lived that same hamster wheel lifestyle, but we changed. We escaped that hamster wheel, we started to live and think for ourselves, and we started to pay attention to our kids. A lot of attention. We gave them all the attention we could give. And by that, they started to grow and flourish into this beautiful woman that we have now as a daughter. Jolie, the oldest one, now turning 20. I think we did a really good job in having her grow and flourish, and that's the same job that all other parents should be doing as well, in my opinion. But who am I? Everyone gets to decide for themselves. That was the video for today, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this short video. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. What do you think about the news items? What do you think about me against centralized entities buying up all the Bitcoins? What do you think about the charts? And what do you think about the inspirational quote that if you give attention to something, that yes, it will grow? Thank you for watching. I wish you an amazing Thursday. See you tomorrow again. Bam.